All right, we're in a 43 right now. We're going to explain some of these valves we're looking at. The top valve is our live well overflow for the floor. The center hose there is our pump out discharge. If you notice, that hose runs back to the also floor live well drain. Simply following the silver arrows, you can tell which direction the water is going to flow from the drain. In this current configuration, we're flowing overboard. If we turn the handle, follow the arrows here, then it goes to the discharge pump. In that configuration, the discharge pump located on the dash will then empty the water from the box. The water will not backfeed through that in that scenario, so if you want to leave it selected that way, you can. Just remember to pump it out. Also too, with that top valve open, you can get splashback into that live well that would cause water to get inside. Okay, looking at the sea chest in the 43 and the 47, if you notice, first thing, these hoses are coming from up front from the bow. I'll jump up real quick and show you where that high-speed fill is. But looking across the pump, we typically put them in order. So this pump here is for this back well, this little, our normal insulated storage box. This guy actually plumbed his for a bait well. This center pump is going to be the floor, and this interior pump is going to be for the main live well in the transom. The far outside is your washdown. Every single pump has a ball valve. Everyone can obviously be shut off. Keep in mind though, when we're underway, this box will be pressurized with water from these high-speed pickups. So if these yellow valves are open, it will push water past the pumps and start to fill the wells. Also too, while I'm in here, this is the vent, the air vent. It has a check valve in it and also a manual valve. We normally just leave it open and rely on the check valve. But any scenario where you don't want the air leaving, and typically we only would do that if we're really running these pumps really hard and this valve has failed and there's actually pulling air back in. It's pretty rare, but that would be the only time you close that. Also, finally, keep in mind that these two valves here are for the main live well up top. This is your drain, and that is your overflow on the back side. You want to keep it closed to allow water to stay inside, close that, and you turn that to base your pressurization of that live well. All right, we're going to do a real quick overview of what we're finding inside. This is our XL box, our beanbag box, or giant storage box, whichever one you'd like to call it. We have three valves. We're in a 43 right now, so I'll point out the three. This one right here is a ball valve here. This is to drain the coffin box. We normally leave it in the open position and you stick plugs in and out of the coffin box, but some of our guys like to slurry their fish. In that scenario, you imagine a bunch of fish and a bunch of ice in the box, and you start adding water. Well, you can't get your hand back in to plug that hole, so you can shut it off right here. This keeps the water inside, ice inside, doesn't backflow or anything like that. But remember that's there if you have water in your coffin and can't figure out how it will come out. Open this. Also in the same box going forward is this ball valve. It's closed, but it's for this forward 500 quart insulated box. That box we can put fish in or everything because it does discharge overboard. This current configuration is closed. We can push it open. Finally, underneath the tunnel here, inside there is the drain for the forward live well in the 43. If you need to get water out of that, there's your drain configuration. You can close it there.